Nitro Boats. And by Bass Pro Shops.
Oh, it's true. It's really happening. The Bassmaster Elite Series is back in your life with the Avco Bassmaster Elite at Lake St. Clair. And we're returning to a body of water that is so fabled. Many call it the sixth Great Lake, but atop the leaderboard, the barrister himself with 21 pounds, 12 ounces. And look how tight that leaderboard is. 20 pounds all the way down to 7th place. And look at that. Austin Felix, a Chicago City bus, tried to stop him from being here, but nothing can stop him, and he's inside the top 10. But it is early. It is just day number one of a four-day event, and a very special event because of this guy, the Z-Train. We're in the great state of Michigan, which is your state. How could we have an event without you at it?
Oh, it's nice to be at. I haven't been here in a while, and it's weird. I made this comment to I like to call him the Ted DiBiase of the outdoor crew, Zach, looking good. And in all honesty, it's weird. It's weird. It's fun being back. It's like a little mini classic we got going on right here. And I think the most interesting thing in this tournament right now, if you've been following a lot of Bass Track early this morning on Bassmaster.com, is we started off, and I talked about this in my hit with Davey and Ronnie and Such. These fish do not like coming off of the bottom when you have low ceilings. And really, the first time we have seen sun is in the last 45 minutes, here and there. And really kind of watch Bass Track the rest of the day. If we get some sun, I think you're going to see some guys do a lot more damage than we've seen earlier. With that being said, there has been a foul amount of 3 to 3.5 pounders, where it seems like right now a 4 to 4.5 pounder solid gold.
More importantly, if producer Zach is Ted DiBiase,
He's the $1 million man.
Who is his Virgil?
Oh, I would put. I don't know at this. One other thing. Looking before we get into our midday report, one other thing is, I think the biggest surprise in this tournament right now. We're able to look at our GPS where all the anglers are. I would have lost a lot of money, being that your unofficial top 12 right now are all in St. Clair and all on the U.S. side. Anchor Bay has been a player in years past in the Bassmaster Elite Series. A lot of local tournaments around here are won this time of year. But to see the amount of leaders in Anchor Bay is something we have not seen before on an Elite Series tournament, at least for day one.
This incredible body of water tells us a different tale every single time we come here. Let's get caught up with all the doings with your Toyota Midday Report. And let's start with one of the odds-on favorites coming into this event, an angler who has won here before, but he won on Lake Erie where he's fishing today.
Yeah, and really, Chad Pipkin's making the comment he spent all of his practice time on the North Shore of Erie. And if you really look at the predictions of weather for the 4 days of this tournament, they set up perfectly for living on that North Shore, really from Colchester down to Kingsville, Leamington. And the other thing is, Chad made the comment, he said, it's like the days of past. It's like 15 years ago where you're going through a lot of numbers and then seeing Wolfpack's a big one. A lot of his fish were really 7 to 13 feet of water. It's been slow for him today, and he has had free reign of about a 15-mile stretch, still some time, but he's starting to battle that hourglass that he's against, having to make that long run back.
What time does he have to come back?
I don't know what flight he's in, but it has to start going through your head probably at about 1:15 to 1:30. You got to start making that move. Don't get me wrong, Chad knows a lot of stuff in the river in case he needs one or two. From there, looking at your Angler of the Year leader, Kyle Welcha, one of the anglers that has been concentrating on the Canadian side, on the South Shore, but plagued with not catching a lot of numbers this morning.
Which is not the case normally.
I guess what's really surprising, I've really watched where Kyle's been fishing today. Obviously, we had a big tournament here a couple weeks ago. He's kind of in that general zone. But I was surprised, really from the mouth of the Detroit River towards Bell River Hump, there really has only been 6 to 10 boats all day long over there, which is stunning because generally this time of year, that's when that South Shore really fires.
Well, you know what I want to get? I want to get a little Zaldangerous right now. And he said it in social media. Chris Zaldane said, this may be the most important tournament day of my career.
No, I would say it would have been the final day at the Bassmaster Classic.
I would agree, but I'm just telling you what he said in social media.
I don't know, but it sounds good. I'm not scared to manufacture drama with Zaldane right now. He is another angler that was around the Bell River hump. Very, very surprising that coming into this tournament sitting in, I think, 78th in points. But if you really look at the next 3 tournaments, setting up very well. And here's the interesting thing with Zaldane. He has been plagued with a lot of bites, but the quality just not there. But to see an angler in a professional tournament fishing around the Bell River hump, basically in August, the beginning of August, end of July, and to be left alone, so strange.
You would have lost a lot of money if you're a bet man. That place is generally so full, but a guy who does very well here, I don't know, is he your protege maybe?
I don't know. Seth's just a good boy. Seth's a good boy on the water. Seth's a good boy off the water. And really, Seth, even though he has won here, I think he caught 70-something pounds in 3 days. Was that what it was?
Yeah.
For the Angler of the Year tournament that was here, catching those in the mouth of the Detroit River near the island down there, fishing shallow. But today, fishing a little bit deeper, another angler that is on the Canadian side. He had a little bit, he's closer to the river system, to the mouth of the South Channel. And the one thing that Seth has always said on St. Clair, I'm never, ever comfortable here. As featureless as this body of water is, granted, you get more feature when you get to like North Shore of Erie with Pipkins, a lot more rock, just a lot more regularity where Pipkins is. Basically, St. Clair just a giant flat, but you're seeing Seth fish in an area we have covered him in years past.
From one former progressive Bassmaster Angler of the Year to another, Clark Wendlandt.
Yeah, I was listening to Davey talk about Clark Wendlandt, and all the way back to many, many, many years ago, fishing against Clark Wendlandt here. It's just one of those bodies of water. You could tell there's a comfort level with Clark. He never seems to make massive runs. Really fishes within a few miles of our takeoff here in Brandenburg Park. And again, just a very, very solid day for Clark Wendlandt.
Brandenburg Park is our weigh-in
Love
location.
this place. Had no idea it was here.
Oh, it's a great facility.
Yes.
Wonderful facility. If you're coming out to weigh-in, make sure you make your way up to Brandenburg Park. I guess we're kind of upper end of Anchor Bay.
North end of Anchor Bay, yeah.
Party town.
Absolutely. There's a lot of fun little taverns and restaurants right around there, if you know what I mean, boy. Watching Clark today mix in, looked like a jig head minnow and a drop shot throughout the morning. Just a nice, solid limit for Wendlandt this morning.
Great start for Clark Wendlandt. But let's go over to our reigning and defending Bassmaster Classic champion, Jeff Gustafson.
Yeah, and like Wendlandt working on the U.S. side, Jeff Gustafson also working on the U.S. side. Gussie, basically, here's the thing. If you fish Lake St. Clair, there's a big pack of boats right now in Anchor Bay. There's a big pack of boats off of Metro, usual area where we've covered anglers in the past. Gussie, a lot more south than that. Really south of 9 Mile, still on the U.S. side, going through big, big numbers, and we got to see him make upgrades before this midday report. I know he's with cameraman Brian Eady, getting some great screenshots of his Mega Live, but look for Gussie kind of to make some noise today. Again, one of those anglers left alone off the beaten path.
Jeff Gustafson currently in 38th place. Spent a lot of time fishing this off break, but generally for walleye and muskie and all sorts of different stuff. But there'll be some of those here.
Oh yeah,
we'll see some of those in
It'll
our
be here.
Very large playing field this time.
It doesn't
around.
look like it on screen. It really doesn't look like it on screen. That is a world apart. Even actually by land, it's not that far, but by water, definitely is. Chad Pipkins making one of the longest runs. Another one that made that run into Erie. Not having a good day. Matt Robertson going to get out to Chad Pipkins right now. Looks like he's a little bit west of Colchester. Currently in 45th place unofficially. That was your midday report.
I think it was a good one, Z. Felt good.
Well, felt good for the first day, but don't pat yourself on the back yet.
Please, get it on.
Sorry. Hooked up
Stay on,
live.
baby, please. Come on. Please, down. Come on, baby. They bit it about a foot underneath the surface. Please, Lord, stay on, baby. Come on. Come on, baby, let's go. Come on, that's what we need. We're live and we're 5-pounder hooked up. Come on. Come on, baby. Nice and easy, girl. Come on. We're due. Come on. That's the one we need. Come here, big girl. I'm going to take you for a ride, little ice bath. Stay. Nice and easy. Stay down there. Oh gosh, come on, baby. It is a giant. Come here, baby. Be tired. There you go. Come on. We got time. Holy lowly. It's a fatty. Come on. Come on, baby. Come on, nice and easy. Come here, baby. Come here. Come here. Come here. Nice and easy. Touched her. Come on. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. Come here. Oh my God, we got her! Finally! Bam! It has been a struggle. We're in 17 foot of water and that fish bit 2 feet underneath the surface as I was reeling in. You don't think they're messed up with that wind. I don't know what else to say. But good news is she wasn't going nowhere. Was on the new perfection piece, baby. The floating drop shot bait, apparently, that you need to be trolling 2 feet underneath the surface for tarpon. Oh, I'm shaking. Shaking. Definitely wasn't going anywhere. Troll car number 4 has been pegged. Come on. When you stop fishing is when you stop doing this, and I am not stopping for a while. Oh, thank you, Lord. That is a better one. Not a 5, but gotta be a 4. Big black beauty. There we go. Couple more bites. Woo! Gosh, we've had chances. I've had like 5 or 6 good bites. All right, here we go.
Take a look at your TH Marine weather watch today. Partly sunny. Haven't seen a lot of that sun so far, but keep your eye on that wind north 5 to 10.
Not even
You heard Chad talk about right
I'm
there
excited.
that the wind has jacked this area up. With those storms that we had last night,
3
wicked
3/4.
south and westerly winds kind of got that North Shore a little bit
500.
stirred up.
You really
That being
want us to do a
said,
pound and a
you
half
have
cold,
fished
huh?
on that North Shore.
Yes,
It is
sir.
amazing how quickly that area
We'll
can
get
clean
rid of
itself. Tomorrow we're going to see some PM
point
storms,
number
but
3.
again, really not bad winds, and we talked about it earlier today. If there's a tournament set up, at least for the
number 3.
4-day forecast for that North Shore,
Now we're back in the
this is
game.
it for Pipkins.
Still not where we need to be, but we're in the game at least. That's a good call.
It's amazing how few anglers ran there. I mean, 2 boats literally in all of Lake Erie.
All of Lake Erie. But I think you also get sucked into having a
Not out
first
yet.
good day of practice because we had such calm winds.
Fancy little tail.
Getting around St. Clair, you have a solid day and you say, oh, the heck with it, I'm just going to play it safe. The other thing is, I'm not sure. Look, man, there's been a lot of big bags. You talk to local guys, well, not local, but Indiana guys
That's
like
a good one. Well, thank
Heath Wagner that really fish Erie a lot. Last weekend, Dave, there was a load of big stringers caught in that area Pipkins is in. I'm not sure a lot of our
Looks a little
field
bit better.
has intimate knowledge of Lake Erie.
It felt at takeoff this morning, Z, it felt like the season changed in the way that, like, we haven't had an event for 6 weeks, but you could feel
Tension?
the tension.
Yeah.
You know, that wasn't there in Orange, but they've had 6 weeks
Right.
to crunch the numbers.
Process
and
things.
Process and-
this requalification situation. Classics, St. Clair of the Year title.
Number 2.
Gussie hooked up.
Yeah, I'll cut right to it. As Anthony Clayton would say, maps to the next angler. Basically, You look at Gussie. Gussie is actually not that far from Kyle Welcher. Kyle Welcher fairly close to the river mouth. You see Gussie just across that line.
I'm just gonna hit the spot lock here.
Actually get a plural use, maps to the next angle. You see Kyle Welcher right on that Canadian line, really kind of the funnel that dumps into the Detroit River. You hear a lot of folks call that kind of the dumping grounds. Yep, a lot of hard bottom there, a little bit less grass. See Zaldane a little further down towards Bell River Hump. Back to Kyle Welcher alive.
Came into this event with the lead in progressive Bassmaster Angler of the Year points. Currently in 66th place. But with every hook set, that can change.
I think he's bigger than my smallest one.
Kind of look at this footage, though, all the 3-pounders that we saw earlier this morning. You could tell just in the last 60 minutes, quality has started, and really that's kind of St. Clair 101. You know, if you weren't tuned in, the one thing I said on the hit with Ronnie and Davey and Such was I did see, gosh, who was up in the river this morning that caught a big bag early? Will Davis did, up in the river. He better be careful on Sunday. He can get up there in the morning, but there is a power boat race Sunday afternoon where they're closing a stretch of that river that you will basically be locked up there if you don't leave early on Sunday.
On Sunday?
Sunday.
Oh.
Come on, stop bouncing.
Chad Pipkin's a lake away on Lake Erie, and who would have thought just 2 boats ran to Erie today? But it is definitely a battle of quantity, or quality versus quantity in Erie.
Stay put for me, big girl. Medium girl. Easy.
The scary thing about 2 boats being there is, sure, you think you've got freedom of areas, but you're also like making a long run, and that leaves one other person to help me out on my way back.
Hey, I'm here.
And that person's Matt Robertson, so who knows where?
Well, and Robertson's out at Peely. I've been watching him all day long. But you watch how Pipkins has managed his day. He started really shallow, looked like he was in, and this is typical North Shore. You start kind of winding 8 to 12 feet of water, but he struggled up shallow today where there were some really nice wolf packs throughout practice. And as he's faded deeper, 15 to 20 feet of water, that's when you've seen him put a really solid limit in the boat now.
Yeah, not giants, but man, we're setting ourselves up to not suck. Oop, oop. As I hook myself in the leg. What do we got going on here? Can't hook the bass, but I can hook a Chad. I need to get right underneath you.
Well, Pipkins pulls a hook out of his Achilles.
Now, they still don't get it on the fall, though.
He was kind enough.
Milling around down there. Come on, be a 3-pounder. You know, it's been a weird day when you're like, come on, be a 3-pounder. But we'll take what we can get right now. It's got a nice fat, oh yeah. 3 1/4. Number 3, we'll put 3 back on the board. There we go. See, we're getting rid of 355. We're getting rid of number 2, 242. 242. Okay. We're breathing now, we're breathing. What's going on, guys? Chad Pipkins here, and we are fishing Lake St. Clair this week. And this is where I got the only W of my career with Bassmaster, and I'm excited to get after it. When I won fishing nothing but the Demiki DC 300 on my mad crankiness rod here. That's going to be a big player for me this week. And new little drop shot bait. All I'm going to show you is the beautiful tail from Perfection. Every fish I've caught this week in practice has been on this, and between these two, I feel like I'm going to get some chances.
Honoring past achievements as we step into the future. Make the best better. That's what we do. Radically redefined, the NRX Plus is the culmination of our obsessive drive to forge the most advanced fishing tools on the planet.
Probably what stood out the most was the fit finish.
Quality. The room and fishability, man, was just amazing.
Huge compartments, big deep live wells, storage everywhere.
It's just a smooth ride overall.
That was a way smoother ride than I thought it was going to be.
Like riding a rocket when you come out of the hole.
The thing I love about this boat the most is the handling, steering, and performance of this boat.
Awesome. Very good ride.
Thumbs up. Enjoyed it. You have to take a ride in it, see for yourself.
It's a new generation of boats that no one's ever seen before.
Born in Japan, using technology, innovation, and precision, Sunline produces the widest selection of fishing lines at the most technologically advanced line factory in the world. Manufactured at the strictest tolerances to produce victories at the highest levels of tournament bass fishing. From household names like Christie, Swindle, and Cruz, to young guns like Cook, Logan, New, and Welcher, they all trust Sunline to take them to the top of the leaderboard. Choose the line that will give you the strength to guarantee your confidence. Sunline.
What are they doing in heaven today? My sin and my sorrow have all washed away. Peace be bound like the river, they say. What are they doing right now?
Reliability. Yamaha is known for it. And it's something boaters value, because these days, few things are built to last. When we find something that is, we hold on to friendships, traditions, outboards, because every second on the water is sacred. If you count on having this time, you need an outboard you can count on to power it. That's why boaters choose Yamaha for the long run, for life, because reliability starts here.
Passed down through generations. The universal language that connects us all. Our tie to the natural world. A relentless pursuit